Why did I decide to do this? I don't have a great reason, but I was bouncing back between being a ski bum in the winter, scraping together my summers for 3 years after college, and kind of told myself I had to pick a direction. And I didn't tell myself what direction that had to be, but it had to be a direction. And this is what I came up with. I don't know. I've never had a great answer for that other than I love skiing, and I got sick of skiing inbounds with lots of other people and crowds and tracked out slopes, and I just wanted to ski powder and ski big mountains and travel. And yeah, I guess I was always curious, like, what could somebody do? And that's why I always looked at Greg Hill as this inspiration.
I initially started dreaming about the 2 million feet in 1999, and I did a 5,000-foot day, and then I did the math in my head, and I realized that if you did 5,500 feet up every day, you could climb 2 million feet in a year. At the time, I didn't have the mountain ascents, I didn't have the experience to make it happen, and then I essentially spent the next 10 years training for it, pushing my endurance, pushing my limits on a daily, pushing my limits and learning mountain ascents so I could do it safely. And then finally in 2010, I set out, and January 1st, I started my challenge, and through the whole year, I tried to average 5,500 feet up every day, and ideally get lots of adventures, lots of great skiing. Yeah, for me, the goal of 2 million feet is all about progression, and it took me 10 years to get to there. And there'd been some people that had done 1 million in a year, but I was aiming for 2. So it was just really fun to take that bar and just kind of raise it up and put it one step higher.
Yeah, Greg Hill has always kind of been an icon for me as what's possible in the human-powered skiing world. He basically said, hey, look, this is what a human can do in the backcountry. And I saw that and went, I think a human can do more in the backcountry. So being able to push backcountry skiing, which is this hugely growing sport right now, and push that and say, hey, look, this isn't just an alternative to inbound skiing on certain days. This can be a way you can ski as much as you could inbounds in the backcountry. My name's Aaron Rice, and I'm trying to ski 2.5 million feet in a calendar year and break the record for most ever self-propelled skinning in a year. Probably do it again. My name's Aaron Rice, and I'm trying to ski 2.5 million feet in a calendar year. I have been thinking about this goal for 5 years now and have always thought that I might be able to do it, and now I'm gonna give it a try. What do you think the best way to describe it is? Like 2.5 or self-propelled, or no lift serve? Human-powered. Cool.
You know, it's such a huge challenge that I definitely wondered. I mean, I was so excited for him on one side, but also like skeptical because of the fact that he'd really only done 800,000 feet in a year. And it was like, does he know that he's trying to triple what he's done in the past?
Day one, got a lot of walking to do. Wish me luck. Yeah, I'm definitely nervous. I'm nervous about being able to do it. I'm nervous about keeping my motivation up. I'm nervous about being an avalanche train. I'm nervous about having the heuristic trap of having this goal and being blinded and missing something that I should be seeing. That being said, I think about all these ways I'm nervous, and I think about how I can overcome these different fears that I have, and I've been training all summer, physically and mentally. I'm ready.
Yeah, he can do it. The only person I've ever met that I think could do that.
He's probably the most determined person that I've ever met who can really set a goal for himself and achieve it no matter the pain or suffering.
My name's Aaron Rice, and I'm trying to ski 2.5 million human-powered vertical feet in a calendar year and break the world record. It was low snow, January 1st. 4 days later, it started snowing, and it didn't stop. People always ask what motivates you, and good skiing is like the best motivator. In January, I was able to hit my goal, which was 10,000 feet every day. To me, that was kind of like proof of concept. It was like, look, this is possible. I can do this. I just need to keep putting these weeks together. I think I said at the beginning, physically and mentally, I'm pretty sure I can do it. And if something stops me, what it's going to be is injury or sickness. It wasn't a big fall. It was kind of uneventful. But then I looked at my hands, and the fingers were kind of pointing in a weird direction, so I put them back in place and heard them all crunch and figured they were probably broken.
It's like general fatigue.
I don't really know. I kind of think it's like my body trying to heal my hand. I wish I was so tired last week.
I'd say it like took me totally out of the swing of it for like 2 days. But pretty quickly I was able to get back into a rhythm again. That being said, it slowed me down a lot. I definitely have had to kind of just like let go of every day has to be 10,000. Putting my boots on is really difficult. Trying to eat dinner takes longer, and whatever, it just like everything takes a little bit longer. And because I'm right on that edge already, edge of failure, basically, I've kind of trapped myself a little bit.
Tell Aaron what's going on. Talk to the camera for a second.
I don't know. My legs hurt.
Any small thing could end the whole challenge, and that's the biggest thing with a year-long challenge is sickness, injury. Anything like that can just totally screw your whole challenge.
I think this was close. I think if this had been a bigger injury, or obviously if it had been my leg or my foot, it would be over. But it's just not bad enough quite that I can keep going. Getting the cast off was super nice. That being said, I was kind of hoping I would get the cast off and feel like really good and rejuvenated, and that really didn't happen. And I know it sounds kind of funny, but I didn't actually know that overtrained was a thing. Like I'd heard you could overtrain, but I didn't know it had like these real symptoms. You go out, you train your muscles, deteriorate while you're out there a little bit. And if you do that day after day after day after day, it stops healing. Your muscles can't keep up, so your heart's always working, basically. And when I go to sleep, I can feel it. I can feel my heart beating against my bed. So I actually had to take 2 days and go down to the desert and just sit there and do nothing. I'm learning that it's tough once you get in this hole of overtraining, because I kind of pretty quickly went back into that hole. You really can't get out of it. Basically, the only solution is to take time off. But some days feel good. Today I felt really good. Yesterday I felt really good. The day before I was just beat. I'd say my biggest ambivalence right now is spending 4 months in Argentina solo. So for the math to work out, to get 2.5 million in a calendar year, I have to come down to South America. Being in Argentina is amazing. The mountains are amazing. I try to get up to Frey as much as possible. Refugio Frey is this amazing little mountain hut that was built 60 or 70 years ago for climbers. There's really just no better place in Argentina to get good skiing in, and lots of it. So Frey is right in this valley, and then there's a lake that's frozen over. You start the morning, you walk across the lake, and then you just start climbing straight up these amazing little couloirs that go through these huge granite spires. And you basically just look at what you want to ski, point and go. It's unbelievable. Get back after a long day of skiing, and there's 1 or 2 or 5 other groups of skiers there from all over the world, and you all sit around these 3 small tables and eat dinner together and talk about skiing, and it's just this amazing atmosphere that I really just haven't found in many other places. Frey really made it a lot easier mentally and emotionally to just keep pushing day after day. So I'm at 1.75 million right now. So I'm right where I need to be, basically. For the first time, I'm pretty confident that I'll hit 2 million. So I am 30 feet, 28 feet away from 2 million, which is pretty sweet. About to set a new record. Takes a second. There it is. Yeah! 2 million. Hell yeah. Dang.
What's going through your head, dude?
I don't know. A lot. So psyched. I've been thinking about this for 4 years and seriously for over a year. And one thing that's just crazy is I hit 2 million the day I planned a year ago. Feels a little surreal right now, but pretty awesome to know that I had it in me and to have thought that I had it in me and now to know that I do. It's a pretty awesome feeling. Makes a lot of other things feel achievable, which is cool.
So I asked you this when we started this project, but why did you want to break the record?
Yeah, what did I say? I don't know.
Something like that. You had some ideas, but has that changed at all, you think? A long time to think about it.
Definitely have a lot of time to think about it. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely never about just breaking the record or setting a record. It was about pushing myself as far as I could. And I think one reason, or one thing I've gained from doing this, is knowing that you can, or I can set goals that seem really difficult and hard to achieve, but then do it. And that's something that I'm definitely going to be able to take with me for the rest of my life, and know that not anything is possible, but pretty much anything I set my mind to and something I decide to do, I can do, which is a pretty amazing feeling. And yeah, and just being able to push myself mentally and physically and emotionally and succeed. But my goal is still 2.5 million, and I know I can get there, so this is just another benchmark, but it certainly feels good.
I left my home when I was just a young man. I went out searching, cause I had to roam. And the road I'm on is getting more rocky. That ain't stopped me from pushing on. Cause just a little further, I know the sun will be shining somewhere over these mountains, if I just keep climbing. Cause I've come this far, I can't go back now. Just a little further to where I'm bound. Well, my mama never told me that it'd be easy, and she never mentioned it'd be this hard. Cause I'm down here in the valley.
I hit 2.5 million feet on Wednesday the 29th. 0.8. There it is. Yeah, 2.5. Pretty wild feeling to hit my goal and do it a day early, which was pretty awesome feeling. I was out with friends. Yeah. I haven't had beer in a long time. Yeah, I couldn't have asked for it to turn out any smoother, really. Yesterday was my last official day. Started with one person, and by the end of the day, there was over 20 people skinning up Grizzly Gulch to come party with me. I definitely thought about maybe trying to just go all out the last 24 hours. And I felt good energy-wise, muscle-wise, and I definitely could have probably got 15,000 if I really tried. But it was really fun to hang out with a lot of people and just enjoy it for what it was. Did one last really, really awesome run with over 20 people all skiing down at the same time, and popped some champagne at the bottom, and super fun. I think I realized it was more important for me to share it with people.
To where I'm bound.
Hello? Hey.
Hi.
Sweet, man. Well, thanks for jumping on a call.
Yeah, no problem.
The last time we spoke, right after you broke the record, you were still feeling overtrained and were still recovering from that. And I was wondering sort of how that story played out.
I have pretty much, I'd say, recovered. I kind of, throughout the whole spring, was still feeling really tired. Anytime I'd do anything physical, it was hard. Maybe 2 or 3 months ago, I really started to notice that I was feeling better.
So it basically took 6 months before you recovered after finishing your year?
Yeah, basically half a year, which the reality is recovering from overtraining syndrome just takes a long time. And to do that, I kind of had to refocus my energy on people and being around my family. And I think it was a blessing in disguise. Throughout the whole year, I really realized how much I value people and relationships.
Nice. All right, last question. What do you say to the kid out there listening to this and thinking about 3 million? Think it's possible?
Totally possible. I can't wait to watch.